All right, guys, here we are. This is the match against Arsenal, Champions League second leg. We are on the road here, and we are hopefully not in too much trouble. We just had a draw, kind of a poor run of form. But Carlos Alberto is not upset anymore, so maybe that'll change everything for us. Like I said yesterday, this is so stupid, but whatever. That's the way it works. We, for some reason, are in yellow and black, and they're in the familiar red and white. Here's Martinez with it over to Best, up to Casemiro. Casemiro does a good job shaking the defender. Back to Best now. Best brings this forward, takes a tumble. There's not going to be any call there. That was not really close to being anything, and it ends up being with Levi Yashin in the back. And so that's the way that this one starts. Ramsdale again, we're going to know him pretty well by the end of this, and Pele does not win that, and it's Havertz who heads that one forward. Levi Yashin grabs that, and so we got to watch out. Montegli over to Casemiro. You're probably wondering why we don't have more of a defensive tactic as well. It's just because I don't want to do one. Pele is not able to get onto the front of that at all. And this is headed back from Monteglio, wins it over to Casemiro, now to Maradona, up to Pele. Pele takes the shot from range. That's a real poor decision from Pele. He's been making a lot of weird choices here so far in this save. I'm not sure if it's got to do with the way he's constructed or if we just have bad luck of the draw or whatever. It seems that we get the version of Pele that is a little bit impatient. Levi Yashin grabs this ball, throws over to Monseglio, over to Casemiro now. Forward for Messi, and he can't quite get onto that one. I mean, Messi doesn't have a chance with that ball played high to him because of how short he is. This is blasted over the top to Rashford, and there's a familiar face. And all of the media speculation has been about how he's going to play. Levi Yashin with two very good saves in a row, and that's the way that this goes as we are underway. Still no score. Here's a throw for Zinchenko over to Rice. Back to Gabriel, on to White. And down to Thomas. And so they are maintaining their possession. Martinez wins this. It's a poor clearance. It's a poor job. Unfortunately for us, that header is offline. That was really poor by Martinez. There was nobody even close to that ball. I'm not sure who that pass was supposed to be to. And he's having a fairly good match so far, which is good, but that particular play was not very good. Casemiro is aggressive and doesn't look like he's playing well. Yashin over to Martinez now. Down to Casemiro, up to Messi. Messi forward for Ronaldo. This looks a little bit more like it. Here's Ronaldo, and he takes a shot and scores. Only his second goal this season, and he just walks up and shoots, and that makes it 2-0 on aggregate for Manchester United. Hey, this might be it. This might be it. We might be able to get this one won and get the money in. We can get the money in, then, hey, this save all of a sudden starts looking up again. Ronaldo does a great job here with the shot from range, and that surprised everyone. 2-0, 1-0 here on the night, 2-0 on aggregate for Manchester United. And we're about 20 minutes into the match. Here's Maradona. Knocks this one forward, looking for Casemiro. Can't find him, but Messi goes over, runs past everybody, and wins it. To Pogba, now to Best. Best up to Monseglio, onto Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo down to Monseglio, over to Casemiro. Casemiro back to Monseglio. Pogba up looking for Messi, and it's not a very good pass there by Paul Pogba. They were telling me that he's one of the best players in the world now. We have a whole bunch of world-class players, and the question is, if we're world-class, how come we're not playing like it? What is this from Best? He heads that one out for a throw. Fortunately, there's no highlight right off the back of that one to make us regret our poor decision to head that one out of play. But that's the sort of thing that you have nightmares about. We have just a couple minutes here before the half, maybe 10 minutes or so, and we're going along quite nicely, which is what we want to see. A 1-0 sort of drag-him-out victory here would not be bad. Martinez throws in to Pele, over to Monseglio, on to Terry. Terry to Monseglio again, over to Messi. Messi to Ronaldo, and that's a good pass, but it doesn't find anybody on the other end. Martinez with it again in the back, over to Best, and that was a poor pass, I think, by Martinez. He's having a hard time with these passes. This is played forward. Terry that wins this one, kicks it over his head, but only to Zinchenko. And it's Best who wins this header over to Maradona, and that looks a little bit more like it. And then he gives up the ball right away, and Saka scores the equalizer here on the night. And so that makes it 1-1 here on the night. It's still 2-1 in aggregate, and this was a poor play by Maradona. He's looking for someone to pass it to, and he just gives up the ball right away. He's not even tackled. And then Saka with the shot. And there's nothing that Lev Yashin really can do about that. You kind of wish that somebody would have gotten in front of him, but with the way that counterattack worked, I didn't think that was going to happen. So we need to figure something out, and we're going to have to take at least one person off, because I can see somebody here is not having a good match, and that would be George Best, who I'm not very upset with or very happy with. So let's see what we can do. Best will come off. I think we have too many players playing on the left side. Actually, when it comes to Best, are we training him on the left? We are training him on the left side. I don't know why he keeps complaining, because we've been playing him there the whole time. I think we need to sell him. I hate to say it, but I really do think we need to consider selling him. Breitner is going to come on because he gives us that offensive power. And let's see what we can do. Now, we need to hold on. A 1-1 draw suits us well. We need to have that 2-1 victory. I don't want this to go to extra time. Pogba wins this over to Messi. Messi forward for Maradona, and that's going to be a foul on somebody. I'm not quite sure where that foul was, so I'm not sure what happened, and that's the end of the highlight. And Terry heads this over for Pele, now to Casemiro. Knocks that forward for Messi. Good ball. Messi forward up to Pogba. Pogba looks a little bit hesitant with that, and that he wins a corner in the end. But that didn't look like that was the best decision we ever made. Here is our corner, first one of the night, near post. We had the big boy Pogba there, but he wasn't able to get onto his head. Here's Terry now, kicking up to Monseglio. Pogba's 190 centimeters. I'm like 175, so I can't even imagine what the weather's like up there. Here's Pele, and has it taken away from him, but it's over to Messi, who takes a shot. I couldn't even see where that ball went. It was saved in the end. I couldn't see where it went because we had players in the way. So really good job by Messi to get an extra shot in, but we have to play on defense here again. Let's see what we can do. And if we can't get this ball off of them, Rice over to Zinchenko, and Martinez gets in front of that corner. Havertz with the centering pass. Havertz with the header, and that one is up and over, and that's the end of that. Martinez does a good job here. Finally is able to do something right in this game. And Havertz's header, fortunately, is too high, and so it remains 1-1. And let's see what we can do. So Breitner having a much better match than Best was. Monseglio up to Casemiro, and he loses the ball right away. And Casemiro is going to have to come off, and that is in. Saka knocks that one in off of the deflection. I think that somebody deflected that maybe in front of Lev Yashin, or maybe it was off of him. Let's take another look at this here. We are even on aggregate, and this is a problem. Now, it was off of Lev Yashin. He blocked that one, and the ball just bounced straight into the goal. And so it is 2-1 for Arsenal, and let's make a change. So who was I talking about? Casemiro is not having a particularly good match. We're going to bring him out, probably put Eriksen on. He hasn't played that much. And see who else. Breitner is not playing well. Nobody's playing well at wingback. That's the problem with his tactic, and so it is. About 30 minutes left into the match, and let's see what we can do here. If we can't get this turned around a little bit, we would love to see a winner in full time, and unfortunately, we almost give up the go-ahead goal for Arsenal. I think the problem is the color. I think that the problem is that we're not used to playing in this color. That's what my guess is. This is forward. Terry goes back and wins this to Pogba, and that's a poor header by Pogba. And look at that. Zinchenko is wide open. Unfortunately, his shot is off target. So we need to get something going here, and we're running out of time. And we don't want to take Martinez off. That's idiotic. It's another header that is high, and so let's see what we can do. Try to make another sub here, looking here at the back especially to see. Terry is exhausted, so we will put Devici on. We've had some success with him, and we'll do probably a shout, demand some more, and see if we can't get a win, and hope that something will happen. And look at this, Eriksen, who just came on, is off with an injury, so it's going to be Duncan Edwards who will go on for him. And so we'll see if the media asks questions about that. That happens sometimes. The media will ask you why you took a player off right after you pulled him on. Martinez with this to Monseglio to Edwards. This one has the feel of going to penalties. Pele knocks this forward from Messi. Must be offside. And Messi stops running because that's a poor pass anyway. We would prefer not to play like that. We want to hold on to the ball instead of just giving it up like that, because look at what happens when they get it. They have a counterattack and they score the go-ahead goal. Now, I think Martinelli is offside. Let's see what they say. Now it's awarded. So he was onside, and this is a big problem. Now, we had a 1-0 lead on aggregate, and we've blown it here, and we've really, really blown it. Martinelli, it's hard to tell whether he's onside or not because we changed camera angles. We'll take another look at this. Saka wins this, and he's clearly onside. It's not even close. It's not even close. And who is that here? I'm not going to be able to find out, but whoever that is doing a really poor job in the back of coming over to win that. 3-2 now on aggregate, and this is going to be the end of the Champions League run, I'm afraid, because we have to get the ball back, and we're not even doing that. So our team with Pele and Messi and Maradona, all youngsters, is proving to be not quite good enough, even though the players are allegedly at world-class current ability. This is really, really poor, and we have to play these guys again in the match after this one. I'm not sure what we're going to do. They have it in the back, and they're kind of toying with us here now, looking for an interception. Ronaldo gets one over to Messi, Messi to Pele on the Messi forward for Maradona, and he will score. Now the question is he onside or not? That's the question. Maradona puts that away, and we're going to take a quick look and see, and it's awarded. So that's the equalizer, and we have made it happen. We've pulled this one out of the fire. Pele, after driving me nuts, does a good job here, but it's Messi with the excellent pass, and Maradona gets in that position, and he's not going to miss. Maradona really has been the player of the season for us, and it's kind of a shame that we have so many matches. Otherwise, we could play him more often. He's clearly onside again. 2 in a row here sent over to VAR that were clearly onside. So how about that? And we're going to go to extra time. I've got that feeling. So let's see what happens. We're having fairly good performances, although I'm a little bit upset with Lev Yashin, who has not played as well as he should. We have not done well with penalties, of course, losing to a United, and Gabriel Jesus was offside, thankfully. 6 minutes of injury time, which is an unusual amount. And so we'll see what we can do, and here is extra time. Question is, do we want to make any sort of change here? I don't think we do. Looking through this, who's got this rating? Breitner is going to come off. We'll put Giggs on, and that's going to be very controversial. But Breitner having a really, really poor match, so we're just going to take him straight off. Messi over to Pogba. I'm not sure that Breitner will understand, but that's the way it's got to be. We've got to win this. Davici with it, back from Messi, over to Pele, and not even close to him. It was an awful pass. And that's kind of the way that this one has been so far. So lots of bad passes. Giggs here with the throw. Finds Pele. Pele over to Maradona. Maradona back to Ronaldo to Pele. And that is deflected and up and out. That'll be another corner. Let's see what we can do. Now, we've made a couple changes in the back. I don't know if we have all of the tall guys still on. Let's see what we can do. Near post is what we're looking for. And we finally have all the players back, by the way. Maradona does win this over to Messi, and that's the end of the highlight. So that's kind of a shame. I was hoping we'd have a little bit more. Saka knocks this one forward, free kick, and that is a great save by Lev Yashin. No, that is up and over the crossbar. I'm sorry. I thought he got a hand onto that. Apparently not. Now we have 15 minutes left in this one as we reach the end of the first half of extra time, and so we'll just go straight on out. And we're probably playing for penalties. Ronaldo over to Messi, and that is intercepted. And Pogba wins this back over to Messi. Messi just runs over and takes it from him and then loses control of it. So that's a really bizarre play there by Messi. Davici tries for the sliding tackle instead of playing, and it's Gabriel Jesus who gets the go-ahead goal. And that is ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. That is really poor by the defense. I hate to say this, but it's moments like this that make me want to stop the save, because I'm like, this is just ridiculous. This defense is just absolutely incompetent. I mean, what was that? How come you let him get in front of you? I mean, all you have to do is get in front of him, and you don't do that. So worries of rage quitting coming. We have about 10 minutes left. We're just going to see this one out to the end. We've made enough changes, and this is a really, really poor match, and it's going to make me upset because we came into this with a clear lead, and we got the first goal, and we blew it. So that's the end after extra time. Arsenal on the night wins this one 4-2. And wins this on aggregate 4-3, and that's all she wrote. And there's the final whistle. So we've lost this one, and we've lost our hopes for a big payday. What a bad match for us. 0.87 XG. How did we get 2 goals out of that? They had a 3.83, and we had all the possession. So go figure that one out. Talk to you again later. Bye-bye.